Oh my goodness, Bears fans, what a shocker. I mean, where do you even start with a game like that? The Chicago Bears pulling off a stunning victory over the Cincinnati Bengals by a score of 47-42 is absolutely mind-blowing. This was one of those matches where every second felt like you were on the edge of your seat, right? Caleb Williams, playing like a seasoned pro, just absolutely shattered expectations with his last-minute 58-yard touchdown to Colston Loveland. Did you see that? That was a huge play. Ridiculous. Coach Ben Johnson deserves massive credit here. His game plan kept the Bengals defense guessing all night long, and the Bears' ability to balance both the pass and the run had the Bengals absolutely reeling. Joe Flacco might have thrown for 457 yards, but it wasn't enough to rescue the Bengals from their defensive nightmares. Still, the emotional ups and downs, insane, honestly. Are the Bears becoming serious NFC North contenders? Can they keep this momentum rolling? You've got to stick around. If you aren't already subscribed, hit that button. We've got so much more to talk about. This is just the beginning. Let's dive even deeper. Well, folks, stepping right into the spotlight from the chaos, Joe Flacco. I mean, let's be honest, Flacco's performance was nothing short of remarkable, despite the turmoil around him. The guy threw for 457 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's absolutely insane, right? But here's the thing, even with those dazzling stats, it's like the rest of the team didn't get the memo. How do you throw for that many yards and still come up short? To be fair, Flacco was on fire, carving through the Bears' defense with precision. His connection with Higgins was fascinating to watch. 121 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, come on. That's the kind of chemistry you dream of. But the story doesn't just end there, because those 2 interceptions, oh man, those were killer. And it wasn't all on Flacco, you know. The Bears' defense was sneaky good, forcing him into those mistakes. Kind of makes you wonder, where was the protection? And as inspiring as Flacco's performance was in terms of leadership, it highlighted a painful reality for the Bengals. Even an offensive masterclass can't cover for glaring defensive holes. Like, can one man carry a whole team? Nope. Not when the defense leaves such gaping holes. At the end of the day, Flacco's grit was incredible, but without some serious help, those efforts can get overshadowed real quick. This time, the defense and the snags made sure that's exactly what happened. Higgins, man, what a player. I mean, when it comes down to individuals who stand tall amidst the chaos, Higgins was a beacon for the Bengals. You've got to start with those 2 clutch touchdown receptions. They're not just stats, they're lifelines. With 121 receiving yards to his name, Higgins was the artillery you call in when things get desperate. And listen, it's not like he just stood there waiting for the ball. His route running is an art form, folks. Higgins showed an uncanny ability to slice through the Bears' secondary like it was nothing, finding those crucial pockets of space where only he could camp and deliver big plays. It's this kind of clever positioning and precision that make him Joe Flacco's #1 target when the going gets tough. But here's the thing, it's not all sunshine and roses for Cincinnati. You see, Higgins shines like a star. Yes. Yet his brilliance throws a glaring light on the Bengals' broader issues. Even when you've got talents like Higgins and Flacco connecting seamlessly, the defensive frailties can't be masked. It's a bit heartbreaking, really. Nevertheless, if the Bengals want a real shot at rectifying their season, leveraging Higgins' exceptional skills will be crucial. They need to devise ways to harness his strengths, not just for stellar catches, but to catalyze a more united, effective team strategy. Seeing how they package him into their offensive schemes could well be the difference between sinking further or perhaps another resurgence. Let's see if they capitalize on this gem in the coming games. Now let's pivot and dive into the rising star that is Caleb Williams, because his performance against the Bengals was nothing short of sensational. Seriously, the guy was practically unstoppable. He threw for 203 yards and 3 touchdowns, which is just insane for a young quarterback. And can we talk about that game-winning 58-yard touchdown pass to Colston Loveland? I mean, that's the stuff of legends, right? Williams demonstrated not just his arm talent, but also his ability to influence games with his legs, rushing 5 times to keep the Bengals' defense guessing. His dual threat ability is one of the reasons the Bears' offense was able to roll so effectively. You just felt like every time he took off running or was in the pocket, something magical might happen. And it did. His chemistry with receivers like Loveland and Olamide Zaccheaus was pivotal, especially in those pressure cooker final moments. The way Williams kept his cool, orchestrated those drives and extended plays was mind-blowing. It's no wonder everyone is buzzing about him as a promising young talent, a sign that the Bears might just be on an upward trajectory here. The way Williams plays is a revelation of leadership and poise, setting a tone for this Bears squad that has them believing in their own potential. Moving forward, Williams' ability to replicate this type of performance could massively impact the Bears' playoff ambitions. He's not just a player to watch, he's potentially the engine driving Chicago's push for success in the NFC North. But let's shift gears to analyze the lingering challenges on the Bengals' defensive front, and boy, were they exposed again. The Cincinnati defense just couldn't catch a break against Chicago, could they? It's like every play was another reminder of their frailties. I mean, when you're giving up 576 total yards, including 293 through the air by a rookie quarterback like Caleb Williams, you have to take a step back and ask, What is going wrong here? Listen, injuries have played a part, yes, like those to Trey Hendrickson and Logan Wilson, who are pivotal. Their absences, man, have significantly impacted their defensive cohesion, leaving them vulnerable to an adaptable Bears offense. But it's more than just missing personnel. Even the guys who stepped up, like Barrett Carter, who put in 10 tackles, 5 solo, seemed either overburdened or outmatched. The defensive scheme, it felt reactive rather than proactive. They generated a measly 2 sacks and couldn't force a single turnover to disrupt the Bears' flow. There's got to be some serious head-scratching going on in the Bengals camp. This bye week comes at a critical time, honestly. They need it like air to breathe, a chance for introspection and adjustment. Without meaningful changes, these defensive woes could keep them firmly anchored at the wrong end of the playoff picture, emphasizing the urgent need for strategic recalibration as the season rolls on. But amidst the chaos on one side, the Chicago Bears were weaving a masterpiece of tactical brilliance. This game wasn't just about individual performances, it was a testament to Coach Ben Johnson's strategic prowess and adaptive play calling. Now, here's the thing, folks. Caleb Williams wasn't the only one showcasing dual threat versatility. It was like the whole Bears offense was ready to attack from multiple angles. Johnson's game plan was executed perfectly, allowing Williams to leverage his dynamic skills both in the air and on the ground. We are talking about seamless transitions between explosive rush plays and precision passing, like Kyle Monongai, who bulldozed his way to 176 rushing yards, shattering Bengals defense left and right. Their ground game was relentless. You could say it ran on the Bengals defense like a freight train. But let's not forget the importance of adaptability. Johnson knew the weaknesses of the Bengals defense and exploited them with surgical precision. DJ Moore and Olamide Zakos consistently found themselves in playmaking situations, expanding the Bears' offensive depth. And when it surprised most, it was the Bears' reactive defense which sealed the deal, executing pivotal interceptions and sacks with chilling efficiency. So, despite allowing high yardage when it came to clutch defensive stops, the Bears showed they could make the big plays that mattered. It's this blend of offensive dynamism and defensive resilience that's going to be crucial as the Bears drive forward in the NFC North. Coach Johnson has set a blueprint that could very well be the cornerstone for their future matches against some of the league's toughest competitions. Now, shifting gears to how this thrilling win impacts the playoff race, this victory for the Bears catapults them to a 5-3 record, which is absolutely massive. Honestly, with each win, they're not just marking their presence in the NFC North, but they're also rapidly transforming into a team that demands respect across the league, right? Emerging stars like Caleb Williams and Kyle Monongai are absolutely pivotal here. We're talking about guys who can change the dynamics of a game in a heartbeat, and I think that's given Coach Ben Johnson a lot to work with. But here's the thing. With the Bears riding high, they've got to keep this consistency. Keeping everyone healthy is going to be key. And let's not ignore those lingering performance dips that could trip them up. I'm not going to lie, it's one thing to win a few games, but maintaining this momentum, that's the real challenge. On the flip side, looking at the Bengals, they've really got their work cut out for them, sitting at 3-6. It's a precarious position, especially with the trade deadline looming. Yeah, Joe Flacco's been throwing dimes, but their defensive struggles have been painfully glaring, you know? They need to rethink their approach, be it trades or tactical shifts, to salvage this season. This is the turning point, and they are in desperate need of a revival to keep those postseason hopes alive. Strategy off the field has to match the on-field hustle if they want a shot at redemption. It's do or die time for them, no question about it. Speaking of do or die, let's dive into that absolutely insane fourth quarter chaos, shall we? I mean, where do you even start with that kind of heart-stopping drama? We all thought, hey, the Bears have wrapped this up with Cairo Santos nailing that field goal and DJ Moore's 17-yard touchdown dash. It was like, all right, game over, right? Wrong. Enter Joe Flacco, the ice-cold veteran who's seen it all, suddenly flipping the script and making us gasp with every throw. Flacco was connecting like it was backyard football out there, hitting Noah Fant for a 23-yard touchdown. Wow. And then that 2-point conversion with T. Higgins. Unreal. And just when you thought, can they actually pull this off? There he goes, threading another needle to Andre Iosivas. It was comeback magic. It was just sensational stuff. But here's the twist, because sports, you gotta love it, Caleb Williams was not done. Oh no, sir. Off he goes, finding Colston Loveland downfield for a stunning 58-yard game winner. The timing, the audacity, it was ridiculous. Hats off to Coach Ben Johnson too for setting that up, but oh man, Williams threading that needle with such coolness was everything. So guys, what a roller coaster, right? Games like these are why we love sports. What was your standout moment of the match? Is Caleb Williams now your MVP pick? Drop your thoughts and let's chat about this wild ride in the comments.